Yo, today we are going over my newsletter post, Practicing Patience. Why be patient? Now, I wrote this post back I published it in the 10th of January 2024, and I read over it now, and it seems to be that I go over my experience with patience and why I value patience. The goal of this video is for you, the viewer, to share your experience with patience and to talk about patience if you value it, if you value practicing patience. What are your thoughts on the topic? And I hope this sparks a discussion which is beneficial for everyone down in the comment section. Well, the first paragraph is kind of just me just going over how I value patience and why I kind of look towards patience in times of difficulty. So I say that being patient is something I find difficult sometimes because of my old habits of wanting things to happen as soon as possible. You know, the instant gratification or the get rich quick thing. I derive this from my environment and social media. It made me want to rush things and, like a river, that flowed into all aspects of my life, including education, entrepreneurship, extracurricular things like sports, entertainment, and relationships, pretty much everything. I looked for a quick fix or a quick way to do things, being pleased with the shortcuts I take. However, I learned more about the attitude of practice and how it ties in my life in Islam. I began to respect it more and integrate it into my life. It has changed so much in my life because I began to value taking my time and enjoying the process, and avoiding shortcuts caused me to learn lessons that would eventually be the puzzle pieces needed to solve my problems. Now, this is just kind of almost like a summary of why I like patience, but not really into what patience is and why it's beneficial. Now, I've written some notes here in regards to what patience can do for you and why it is essential. So, firstly, what can be associated with patience? One thing I think of is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is closely linked with patience because you are delaying the rewards for something. And an example instantly that comes into mind for anyone that's heard delayed gratification is going to the gym and results with your physique if you stay consistent with something. Because, you know, I've mentioned Jocko Willick mentioning this, as many others have before, about one gym session or one workout in the grand scheme of things is useless. It's almost like a drop in the ocean. But if you take that one session and consistently follow through that routine through a 90-day program, you will see a lot of change. And if you follow through that for the next 5 years, you will be a different person physically. One other thing that you can tie into this is one of Stephen Covey's habits of successful people, one of his 7 habits of highly effective people, is beginning with the end in mind. And this ties closely with patience because if you have a long goal that you're trying to acquire, meaning it takes a lot of time and effort, beginning with the end in mind helps you have insight into how long this is going to take, what do I need to acquire, and how much do I need to invest time and resource wise into this project. And it helps you become more of a patient person because you know more of what's going on in regards to your journey and what you have to do. And the thing about patience, one of the rewards of it is that, and this is going to be two general statements. The rewards of long lasting, the rewards are long lasting if you are more patient and you take the long route. Another one is efforts. With an increase of efforts, there is an increase in rewards. Now, these are two general statements. Look, we can get into like the details and the specifics. There's a lot of specific situations which don't correlate with those statements, but generally the rule applies that with those two statements. Last thing I'll mention about that is about this thing about patience is trusting the process. You know, you've heard people from UK to America say, trust the process. You know, trust the process, trust your plan. If you create a plan and you believe your plan is good and thorough, follow through, trust it, keep going, and don't allow impatience and instant gratification and any other thing to get in the way of you pursuing that long goal. Now, in my next paragraph, I mention why would you want to practice patience anyway? A person might say, I don't want to be patient. Why? When I can have what I want now and avoid all of the trouble. Now, this is a misunderstanding of what it means to be patient. No, it's not like I put a plate of food in front of you and I tell you to wait 10 days before you can eat it. This is not a correct approach to the attitude of patience. Practicing patience doesn't mean sit down and let life pass you. Practicing patience means to be able to wait and keep pursuing your passion, understanding that timing is as important as hard work. Once you give time for an opportunity to arise as you prepare, you put yourself in a great position to capitalize on that opportunity. Being patient means to look at the bigger picture and understand that small steps do add up if you are consistent. Impatient people do not see the bigger picture or do but do not respect that the small steps go a long way. And that's a realistic thing to say. Some people know that they should be patient, but they don't want to be. They see hard work as something unnecessary because they think it is significant if their goal is big or far away. They prefer something instant and ready for now. With this approach, you miss out on a lot of opportunities, life lessons, and relationships that you could earn if you respected and enjoyed the process to your goals. Make sure you share down below your thoughts on patience as a whole, and has patience taught you any valuable lessons? Do you have any disagreements with the attitude of patience? It'd be interesting to see that. Anything, how that discourse in the comment section. Thank you for watching.